what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet, sunny Clearwater, Florida, because guess what? We have Chevy's baddest off-road truck. This is a 2020 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. But before we get into this off-road truck, let's talk about what the Trail Boss really means for Chevrolet. So this is the go-to for somebody who wants that ultimate off-road capability from a bow type product. Now the interesting thing is, this is not a competitor to the Ford Raptor. Ford Raptor, even though that's a half-ton pickup truck based off of the Ford F-150, almost sits on a separate level. What this goes up against is going to be that Ram Rebel pickup truck. It's going to be the Toyota TRD Pro, and definitely the Nissan Pro 4X. Now what Chevrolet is promising is that they're building on this generation, because remember, they just redesigned the Silverado just last year. They're building upon and having this Trail Boss option they say is perfect for those who want to do that off-roading without getting stuck and without it having to be done by themselves. This is totally turnkey from the factory. So let's go ahead, dive into this Trail Boss and see really if it earns its name as the boss of off-road vehicles. Right off the bat, I love the styling on this Trail Boss, especially the two-tone color. I like the silver. I think the silver is perfect. Everything else is black, but we'll get to that in a second. You can see highlighted by the silver, the way they redesigned the front end of the truck. It's interesting because depending on the color, really makes it look one way or the other, whether it's really good looking or not so much, but beauty's always in the eye of the beholder. You have your functional side air curtains, LED lighting, daytime running lamps, fog lamps down below. Now here's the big thing. As we come across the center section, a lot of gloss black. The gloss black looks great, but I'm thinking that when you go off-road, you're probably gonna make some contact with different things, especially brush, and all this gloss black is gonna get all scratched up, and it's probably not gonna take that much time to have it get all scratched up. So look standpoint, it looks awesome. I just don't know what the wear is, but you have gloss black in the grille, flat black horizontal slots. There's that Z71 package. Nice badging, very tasteful. We work our way down, metal bumpers up front and out back, bright red tow hooks. Those are going to be used to tow out those lesser trucks. Tow a Ram out of the mud. Tow a Toyota, that's the least you could do for them. And then you're going to have some flat black. Now, if you notice, we have extra ground clearance. This has a 2-inch lift from the factory and Rancho suspension. So you have those monotube, upgraded shock absorbers, all 4 corners, plus you have skid plates underneath the truck to protect those inner bits. Now, up onto the hood, I love the Silverado hood. It's got a lot of muscle to it, a lot of substance. Really love the raised section here. It's got like a U-shape indentation, nice prominent lines on the side. When we come around the bend, what are we working with? On the Trail Boss, you have an 18-inch Trail Boss specific wheel. So gloss black wheel, 18-inch. Tires are 275 on the width, meaty 65 series sidewall. This is that Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack tire. It's gonna give you that nice grip no matter what the surface is going to do, so you get the proper traction. I'm going to have Tom kind of show off all the suspension bits. Remember, like I said, Rancho suspension, going to give you a great ride, but it's also going to help you when things get really crazy. Now, one thing you'll notice, we have round fenders. That was all new with this generation of Silverado. No more squared off fenders. You got your Z71 badge. I'm not sure about the placement. I wish they would have just kept it down here. I think that would be a little bit more tasteful. Gloss black on your mirror caps. You have the Trail Boss side steps. Now, here's the interesting thing about these running boards. They look good. They're definitely functional. The thing I'm trying to figure out in the zonk is, why do you want such a meaty side step there? Why do you want such a meaty running board when you're going to take this truck off-roading? Just something to think about as we're going over the truck. Gloss black on your door handles. We keep working our way back. I'm going to have Tom show off. You can clearly see the colors of the Rancho shock absorber out back. That's bright red with the white shock absorber. Those are the colors of that Rancho brand. And the differential, you got 323 gears, that Trail Boss badging. And then when we get to the rear of the truck, here are some changes. Now, one thing to be aware of, all the swinging metal, the doors and the tailgate are all made out of aluminum. That sheds about 400 pounds of weight. And then what they did was, you'll notice they actually enlarged the opening on the corners here. No matter how big your foot is, even if you're wearing clown shoes, you'll be able to get up and get into the bed of the truck very easily. Chevrolet names stamped by Zeus himself. You have your Silverado logo. There's the rear metal bumper, gloss black. I do like the way they integrate the exhaust. These trim rings look tasteful. You got your full tow capability, of course. All your hookup points nice and high out of the mud. And then time to drop down the tailgate. Nice soft release. Look at that. You look at the bed of the truck. Now, one thing with this generation is the way that they assemble and weld these three sections. It's actually wider. You have LED lighting in the bed of the truck. Of course, the bed liner. No sliding rear glass window. So that's going to be a zonk for me, especially this being an LT trim. We have no rear glass window that slides. That seems like a missed opportunity. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood of this Trail Boss and see what is powering it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Now, the nice thing is you have many different engine options when you're going the Silverado Trail Boss route. This one has the 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8. You're looking at 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's all routed through a 10-speed automatic transmission. That's new for 2020. The truck weighs 5,236 pounds. Payload capacity, 2,190 pounds. And you could tow up to 12,000 pounds with this truck, 0 to 60 in around 6.4 seconds. MPGs, 16 in the city, 21 in the highway. This also has a heavy duty air filter. Think about it. If you're off-roading, you're going to be in some really dusty conditions. That's going to help aid with that. And it also has hill descent control. So what that is, that's like a cruise control for when you're going through severe terrain. Really makes the job that much easier. But why don't we fire this up and hear what the V8 sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Chevy Trail Boss. I know you're at that point where you're like, Joe, I like the off-road. I want an off-road specific truck. How much is this? MSRP, right around $53,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, the top of the door panel, soft material. I like the white contrast stitching. I like the large armrest there, which is a softer material. That wood grain on the door handle to pull the door closed, it looks a little out of place. I wish they would have went with a different trim. Down below, though, you could easily put a couple Subway subs and 2 bottles of root beer down there. 2 nice cold IBC root beers. When you get to the dash, soft material, hard up top, but soft here. You, of course, have your dual glove boxes. You have your off-road gloves and your work gloves or your business gloves down there. Close that up. 8-inch infotainment system. This is where it gets a zonk because it's just dated. It works really well. It's just dated. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You got your Wi-Fi hotspot. You could activate your trailering lights. It's got that nice swiping feature. You like cameras? There we are, out back with the trajectory, and then you hit the trailer, and that lines you up perfect where your hitch is located. We could go back the other way. You hit home. The nice thing is, not a lot of fake buttons. There's only one dead button. This is for the ejector seat that's only available in Alaska. Work your way down. You have dual climate control, nicely set up. Heated seats, and you can actually heat the whole seat or just the upper back portion. Some nice toggle switches, your hill descent control, your electric release for the tailgate, USB, USB-C, 12 volt, no home power source. This one, obviously, you can fit 3 people up front. I have the seat down to show off the center console. You have 2 cup holders, little cubby for some breath mints, maybe put some Mike and Ike's, and then you can fill this one up with M&Ms. Here's your key fob, standard Chevrolet truck key fob. It's light, it's got a nice look to it. It's got remote start, and you could drop the tailgate by the press of a button. Open this up, there you go. Just fill that up with Skittles. As you're off-roading, taste the rainbow. Seats, they are cloth. I like the material, it's very grippy, and they're actually, the cloth seats are more comfortable than the leather seats I find in these Silverado trucks. And the wonderful thing too is everybody's gonna get a grab handle. So each person in this truck gets an oak crap handle as you're going off-roading. But why don't you come over to the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this Trail Boss. All right, guys, business time. You have your adjustable seat, nice electric assist, all-weather floor mats with the Z71 badge, just little touches, a little bit of brushed aluminum on the sill. What I also like about the General Motors trucks is where they put their controls for their 4x4 system. You got your 2 high, 4 low, your trailer mode real easy to get to. Steering wheel could be a little bit thicker. I mean, this is a large truck. I like a little thicker steering wheel, but I do like the way they went black with the bow tie, just like on the grill. You got your cruise control, and then dash setup, no digital really, but it makes sense. All analog tach, speedometer, the gauges across the top, and then you have that color display in the center, which you could toggle through different information using the thumb drive wheel. This, of course, has a column shift for that 10-speed automatic. I wish they would put some type of material, even like leatherette material around the end here would go a long way. But overall, of course, you got a ton of room in here. Let's check out the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna be praying for their lives as you're going off-roading. All right, guys, backseat time. It's a no-brainer. Of course, in these half-ton pickup trucks, you got a ton of room back here. Now, with that seat down, what they did is because you have that middle seat that could go up and down, they put the AC vents really low back here. So you're gonna have very cold feet in the back of this particular Trail Boss. You do have 2 USBs and a 12-volt, but plenty of leg room. The oak crap handle to hold on. You can kind of brace yourself like this. And then you have nice armrests, good padding, 2 cup holders, and you could put a Twinkie in the center. And then you could fight with your passenger who's gonna get the Twinkie first. I'm winning. And then probably one of the smartest things since sliced bread is the storage compartments in the backs of the seats. My thing is tell people that, don't even tell them that you have this, that this is a thing. You could kind of tuck this in a little bit, and then you could use this as your own little hiding place for gifts. Like if you want to surprise your kids with a gift, tell them, hey, check out the back of the seat. But if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take this Trail Boss for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're in the 2020 Trail Boss. Right away, if you've been in other Silverados, you're gonna feel the extra 2 inches of lift in here. And that's right from the factory. So having that extra space underneath the vehicle is gonna allow you to go through some more severe terrain. But let's see how acceleration is on throttle. The 10-speed is what makes the difference now. You know, the 8-speed was a pretty good transmission. This 10-speed though is night and day difference, and you're gonna get nicer acceleration, quicker shifts, and overall just a great riding truck. Whether you're going off-road or you're staying on the asphalt jungle, you're still gonna get a nice ride with the way that this Trail Boss is set up. Seats, like I was telling you, are comfy with that center armrest down. That's comfy as well, nice and soft on the material. Lots of little cubbies for all your snacks. The infotainment system at 8 inches is plenty of size. It just, that whole center area just is a little dated. But you do have the dual climate, which is great, and tons of connectivity. The only thing this does not have is that home power source. That's the only thing. But driving down the road, good feedback coming to the wheel. Let me go ahead and get on throttle again. That 10-speed drops down. Nice rumble from the V8. Nice naturally aspirated power. The torque delivery is very linear. Yes, you could go 6.2 and have 420 horsepower, but you know what? This 5.3 is nothing to laugh about, and you're gonna have great drivability. Looking out over the large hood, visibility is king in this thing. I'm surprised even on the Trail Boss that you could even get one without a sliding glass rear window. That to me is a little bit of a shocker. But hey, there's bigger surprises out there that I'm unaware about. The side mirrors work great, good size, look good. And the gauges, the instrumentation, that's another thing. You look down at a glance, you can see exactly what everything is doing. Very simple, doesn't need to be a 12-inch TFT display to give you the readouts and the information that you need. Hey guys, driving down the road, like I was saying, even without us going off-road, I wish we could take this off-road. It's not ours. It's not a press fleet vehicle either. The handle's great and the ride is very, very comfortable. And I'm noticing not a ton of road noise coming off those off-road tires. They're a little noisier than your standard tire, but still pretty damn good when it comes to overall noise
from the tires. And I think that's going to be great, especially if you're using this truck as a daily driver and you have to take it on the highway from time to time. Guys, we're going to get on the highway a little bit here just to show you the ride quality, sound quality. Visibility is king in here, so it's very easy to merge, get into a lane, see what's around you. I'm not minding the thickness of the steering wheel too much. Like I said, I wish it was just a little bit thicker, but still feels good. And plenty of connectivity. I think at 53,000 it'd just be nice to have some. Am I asking too much for ventilated seats? I don't know. But your passengers are definitely gonna love you in the back seat with the amount of room and all the connectivity. And I'll be quiet for a second, only a second. I'm telling you, it's impressive. The road noise, tire noise, you're not getting a ton. So quite impressed overall with how this truck behaves and drives on the road. We're gonna get back to Dimmitt Chevrolet and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second.
All right, guys, been another great day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet for this Trail Boss. I definitely gotta thank Raheel, Eli, the rest of the crew. Is this the ultimate half-ton off-road truck? I think on paper it's definitely bringing the goods. I would like to obviously get this thing off-roading and especially compare it to, like I said, the Nissan Titan Pro 4X, the Ram Rebel, and that Toyota TRD Pro. But if it's trucks like these that you want to keep seeing on Rady's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rise merch. Got to get it out to Big Guns McGee, Tom Motion, working that camera like a champ. Thank you, Tom, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.